It's been a wild week in AI. Apple finally joined the AI conversation at WWDC. Some big infra moves from Meta and OpenAI, and a solid update on India's GPU push. Hi, this is Kush. I'm going to break down everything you need to know right now in AI, why it matters, and how you can use it to its maximum potential. If you're a founder, business owner, or just someone into AI, my goal is to help make AI your edge with bite-sized practical insights. So hit subscribe and follow me. Let's start with Apple's WWDC. And they finally gave us a look at their AI direction of this year. First, they have launched iOS 26, macOS Tahoe, and Solarium UI, a new UI design system inspired by Vision OS. It has translucent panels, curved menus, and seamless interactions that tie together the Apple ecosystem. On the AI side, they've added on-device narrative tools like Genmoji, smarter writing suggestions, and real-time translations through AirPods. iMessage is also getting features like predictive replies and call summaries, and Spotlight Search is supposed to get better with context. Apart from this, they've introduced their own image generation model to compete with DALL-E and Midjourney, and they've opened up the base model for third-party applications. So on paper, it's a clear update, but there aren't any major breakthroughs as expected. Siri is still in testing, and the biggest model they've trained internally haven't been released due to hallucination risks. Now, analysts are calling this a gap year for Apple's AI, and in my opinion, that sounds about right. The groundwork is there, but most meaningful features seems to be delayed to 2026. Next, we have got Meta, planning to invest over $10 billion in Scale AI. Scale AI is a data labeling company, and they already work with OpenAI, Microsoft, and other major players. Meta is looking to secure a long-term access to that pipeline, probably to support its Llama model and build more autonomy into its tech stack. The thing to note here is valuation. Scale is currently valued at $13.1 billion and is projecting over $2 billion in revenue this year. For a data labeling company, that's a big number, but the demand for high-quality training data set is growing faster. If Meta can lock this now, it gives them more control over the upstream side of AI model development, which is where most bottlenecks apparently exist. If you are on free version of ChatGPT, congratulations. OpenAI has finally rolled out memory for all users. Alongside that, they upgraded voice mode. With lower latency, the responses feels natural, and it's getting closer to a real-time back and forth experiences. Some early testers say it's the most human-sounding version yet. Now, the bigger story is around their legal. OpenAI is appealing a court order that asks them to preserve all user data from ChatGPT. This isn't related to data leak or anything, but it raises questions about how long your data is stored, what's done with it, and how regulations is shaping up model training practices. Privacy advocates are already calling it a red flag, while others see it as a necessary part of building better tools. They signed a 5-year deal of $11.9 billion with CoreWeave to run their GPU infrastructure. This includes a mix of compute access, equity, and long-term support. It's also a part of larger Stargate project, which is aimed at building the next layer of AI infra beyond what Microsoft or Azure alone can provide. There's a growing speculation xAI could release Grok 3.5 this month. No official confirmations yet, but posts from early testers and folks inside the ecosystem, it could land sometime this month. Grok 3.5 is expected to improve reasoning capabilities and add multimodal inputs like image support. It might not match GPT-4 Turbo yet, but if it delivers solid math and code performances at a lower cost, it could be a viable alternative for enterprise APIs, especially in the regions with tighter infra budgets. Last week, at the Excel AI Summit in Bengaluru, the government confirmed procurement of 34,000 GPUs under the India AI mission. Out of those, 18,000 are already deployed, and the rest are expected to come online in the next couple of months. This is part of a 10,738 crores plan with a final target of 50,000 GPUs by the end of this year to build sovereign AI infrastructure that can reduce dependencies on foreign cloud providers and support startups, local research, and regional language developments. Meanwhile, a smaller but interesting update also came out of Bengaluru. The city's water board is rolling out an AI-based system to detect illegal water connections. It's expected to use machine learning to analyze usage patterns, billing data, and records from other departments to flag anomalies. Right now, nearly 30% of the city's water supply is lost to theft or leakages. And it also fits into a broader trend where more Indian cities are starting to adopt AI, not for consumer apps, but for governance. And if projects like this work, they could scale to other metros in the country. Nvidia is also in the spotlight this week with GTC Paris currently underway. Jensen Huang's keynote had a few key announcements worth noting. First, we have new Blackwell Ultra chips, Nvidia's next generation GPUs, and they are claiming up to 40x performance improvements compared to the previous Hopper series. They also showed silicon photonics networking and a new lineup of smaller supercomputers, DGX Spark and DGX Station, which are designed for teams that want to train models locally instead of relying on cloud GPUs. Nvidia also gave a glimpse into its work on robotic projects like Groot for humanoids and Cosmos for world modeling. All of this ties back to Nvidia's push to power not just AI models, but all AI native hardwares. Their stock is reflecting the momentum. Nvidia is hovering near all-time highs again, up over 69% year on year, and investors' interest remains strong despite the bubble warnings. That wraps up for this week. Thanks for watching, and do comment your favorite topics and we will look into that, do a full breakdown, and don't forget to subscribe.